We'll now open it up for questions. Please raise your hand and we'll find you. We have mics on both sides of the room. A reminder to introduce yourself and include the media outlet you are representing. Thank you. We'll start with Michael over there on the left.
All right, Mike, thanks for that, mentioning my name. Michael Robertson, the African-American athlete. So Tara, as I told you before, when you recruited Sonia from my hometown, I was like, I love this woman. And then when you guys won the championship, it was awesome. So I also want to thank Brian Rizzo for finally getting me credentialed to cover you guys way back in 2010. It's been a pleasurable ride to see you this whole time. So how would you surmise how it ended with you had all these great players during this time frame I covered you guys, like NECA, and then you go to Kiki and Cam to end this your career?
You know, Michael, thanks for being here today. I honestly have to pinch myself and just say, wow, what a ride, what incredible opportunity to be coaching at Stanford, working here, and to coach the outstanding young women that I get to coach. And I got as you can imagine, my phone blew up, text from Chanae, NECA, Roz. It's just, I can't imagine a better life.
We'll go to Michelle next over here on the right, and then Vern on the left.
Hi, Michelle Smith from The Next Chart. Can you take us through your decision process, how long you've known that you were going to make this announcement, and what the tipping points were for you?
Well, you know, I went into kind of this year extremely motivated. We had motto, best year ever, and it's been a fantastic year. And I just really wanted to enjoy every practice, every game. And after every year, I really evaluate it. I probably retired at least 20 times in my mind. You know, I mean, it's hard work. You are exhausted after the season. And so I wanted to give myself some time when our season was finished, and just really, you know, make sure I knew that this was what I wanted to do. So, but the time has felt right. I want to just say that it has nothing to do with going into the ACC. That was a motivator to want to stay, to play that competition, because I think it's going to be a great, great league. But, you know, my mom is 97 this year, and I think just wanting to do things that maybe you just, you know, want to do in your life. And you realize that, you know, this is not a dress rehearsal. This is your real life. And I feel like, basketball coaching has changed a lot over the 40 years, as you can imagine, but now it is an incredibly 24/7 job. And even if you're on vacation, I might be water skiing at the lake, but I'm on the phone recruiting. I've got, you know, a 4:00 call, 4:30 call, you know, and sometimes it's just, you're ready. And I just felt I'm ready. I never really thought I would be. I kind of just, you know, just felt like maybe I would, you know, kind of just keel over on the bench. But, you know, I mean, I just, you know, because I love it. I love it. I love it. And I told our team this yesterday, that the hardest part is that this year's team made it really hard. Just such great young women, you know, hardworking. Did we want to go further? Yes. But what a ride. And I've coached teams before that, you know, we have gone further, and you're still looking forward to next year, you know? So it kind of just came together.
Vern.
Coach.
Hi, Vern.
Hi. This is strange. Anyway, do you go through maybe like a personal checklist? I mean, when you decide to do this, do that, because they say you want to leave, but you want a little left in the tank. So for you, I mean, was it a matter of that before you said, okay, adios?
I feel like I tried to put everything into it this year that I could. And, you know, again, I thought, you know, and for me, you know, walking out of Maples after the big game that we had at Iowa State, we couldn't play another game in Maples. And I just said, if this is my last game, damn, this is fun. You know, this was an awesome game. And, you know, I just said, I feel that it's time. But I will say that I feel like I can contribute more to Stanford and to our athletic department. And I hope that, you know, whether it's an ambassador type of job or advisor, consultant, one of the things that I did this year, I think that was really helpful, was I had a coach, and I think I could be a good coach for some other coaches who just maybe need some perspective. And so I don't feel like I'm in the reserve tank. I've still got a lot of tread.
And over here front, right?
Hey, Tara.
Hi, Ann. Sorry about the quick press conference, Ann.
I know I had a martini before I found out you retired. It was kind of put me under the gun there. You retired on the day that a huge landmark happened. We learned that the women's game not only outdrew the men's game, but trounced the men's game. I'm just wondering what you can say about stepping away. Not that you're stepping that far away, but stepping away when the game is at this point that it is.
And it is so thrilling to see the support for women's basketball. You know, when I come in this room and look around this room, there's more people in this room that were at our first game. You know, and the support for women's basketball is just growing, and for basketball in general. You know, it's very, very exciting, and I do feel that you know, you all as members of the media are so important to the growth of our game, and it's, you know, where we are now is because people are watching and learning and getting to know these outstanding players. But the game is more than one or two teams or one or two players, and it's really exciting to see kind of where we are. So I feel like I'm leaving it in a good place.
Next we'll go Cheryl in the back row, and then Janie here in front.
Cheryl Coward, hoopfeed.com. First of all, I just want to say thank you for all you've done for the sport, for being a beacon for women's basketball and women's sports in general.
Thank you, Cheryl.
Thank you very much. And kind of to follow up on Ann's question, when you first came to Stanford and you thought about, you know, your dreams for women's basketball and compared to where we are now, what are some things maybe you thought in your wildest dreams may have never come true, or that they did come true? And what are you looking forward to sitting back in the future for the growth of the game?
Well, you know, obviously, you know, I never really played growing up except for having the best ball. So the boys had to let me play in their games, you know, or I'd be out shooting by myself, and I would be dreaming about what is happening for these women now, going to a full stadium, being on television, just all the excitement that is part of the game now. So but even as a young girl, I could see it. And I always believed in it, and that's kind of you know, maybe why I went into basketball and have been able to do what I've been able to do. But I really had a vision as a young girl that this is going to be something really exciting, and you know, going to the Olympics, and we had, you know, 40,000 people at our game there. The, you know, television coverage. We're just scratching the surface of not only how good we're going to be, but just how exciting it is going to be. Let's double the numbers.
Go to Janie in front.
Hi, Tara. Janie McCauley from Associated Press. Thank you. I'm going to keep it at that because I want to keep myself calm and collected here. But Tara, this is a unique situation where you know who will replace you, and it's Kate Pay, and I think that's says a lot for, you know, what the relationship you've had with Bernard. But what does that mean to you, the fact that the program won't go through a drastic overhaul and change, and your staff will largely be intact, and you have someone who's been there
Right.
next to you for 17 years and played for you? I mean, that's pretty unique and special.
It is. Thank you, Janie. You know, when Bernard said I was his security blanket, I'm thinking Kate's been my security blanket. So Bernard's just a different blanket. Kate is going to be awesome. I've loved working with Kate. She's brilliant, hardworking, is a great communicator. She loves Stanford and loves the players here at Stanford. No one will outwork Kate. And I think a lot of, you know, she's paid her dues. You know, she's had opportunities to be a head coach other places, and she has been incredibly loyal. I just cannot say enough good things about her. And, you know, I want to be back up here and have a chance to say more when it's her day.
We'll go to Ben over there on the left.
Over here. Hi, Tara.
Hi, Dan.
Ben Parker, CardinalSportsReport.com. Tara, just what's been the kind of key to your kind of evolution as a coach from when you got to Ohio State to now, and just you've always been able to kind of adapt and change? Just kind of what's been the key to that?
I would just say that I really feel like I'm a lifetime learner. I'm really curious about, and I'm a copier. So I watch teams and see what they do, and I watch a lot of games on TV, and obviously on my hard drive now. But I think that just wanting to always give our team an edge, give our team the best chance of being successful. Developing ways to have our team prepared, and I think that's been. And also just wanting to always really keep it fun, just knowing that, basketball is, it's fun. It's just great going to the gym and make it, have fun with it, be excited.
Next, we've got a question back middle.
Hi, Kiki Iriafen Jr. Stanford women's basketball. Tara, amazing career. Kudos to you. So what is your favorite Tara-ism, your favorite Tara saying?
Wow. Let's see, Kiki. Let's see. Well, there are a couple of them, I guess. Let's see. Sleep nights, when we're not focusing on a drill. That might be the one of some days you're the dog, some days you're the hydrant. And some of them just, they made the movie Dumb and Dumber and you weren't in it. So, just some of them just pop into my mind, at the time. It's, I think some of it is just knowing maybe who I'm talking to too.
All right, we've got Troy over here, front left.
Hi, Troy.
Hey, Tara, good to see you again. 3 national championships, 90-90 and 2021. How would you compare and contrast those 3 national championship squads?
Well, I think we were able to win in 1990 because of the 3-point line. When the rules changed and the 3-point line was adopted, that became more our style of basketball. We weren't like this big, kind of inside team, but we were more of a shooting team. And that's where I think Jennifer and Katie kind of led the way. Sonia Henning, we had real good perimeter shooting. We took advantage of the 3-point line in both of those years. And then in I think one of my players, Stacey Parsons, says just have a kind of an emergency, and Stanford will win. Like we had the earthquake in 1990, and then we have the pandemic in 2021. So, during the pandemic, I think our team had incredible focus, and just we were really ready for winning that. Now, I think we probably could have won 15 other times. We had teams that were at the Final Four, and our team that lost to Connecticut, that had a chance. I think the hardest loss ever was Old Dominion, where we had a great team. And, a player like Kate Starbird was that kind of electrifying player, like a Caitlin Clark. But it was, those sometimes the stars just have to be in alignment, in those years that they were. But I don't know that those teams were necessarily like head and shoulders above any of the other teams that were, Final Four contenders. And they just, sometimes the ball bounces right. We win against Arizona. That ball was in the air for a long time. Remember that, Hannah? So, but we were able to pull it out.
All right, next we've got Alex here, front right.
Hi, Tara. Alex
Hi,
Simon
Alex.
from SF Gate. Obviously, you're still going to be involved, according to the press release, in Stanford in some capacity. As you make this decision now, how much do you still want to be involved in the sport of basketball? But on the converse end, what things are you looking forward to getting to do that coaching hasn't let you do in that regard?
Well, I think that I don't feel like I want to just become a hermit or drop off. But I'm also I also part of the decision is so that as an example, I play bridge with my mom every day, and I'm going to start studying, so I'm a little better, more competitive with her. But I want to do other things, but I do want to be involved with this great game of basketball that I have been part of. This has been my whole life. I asked the group yesterday, I've been in coaching for basically, not counting my sister's year, but 48 years as an assistant or head coach. And, this is what I know, and I love it. But I really, I feel like I love Stanford too. So that if I have an opportunity to, be a mentor and someone that can, help with whether it's a transition or, with things at Stanford, I speak at a lot of things all over campus. I want to be involved, but it'll be a balance. When you're a coach, and I think Kate might have woken up a little bit feeling differently. It's like you're on 24/7, and I'm ready for just maybe just the 7, not the 24.
Any other questions? Troy? We'll start with Troy and then go to Vern.
Yeah, you may have hinted at this a little bit, but 1,216 wins, tops in all the land. How hard is it to win one game?
Well, I remember my very first coaching game at Idaho, and it might have even been an overtime game. John could check on it, or it might have been, but I remember it was a really close game, and a team came over, and I said, okay, we were up. I think we were up 3, and the other team had the ball, and I just said, all right, so all we got to do is let's play great defense and not foul. We went out, fouled, they hit the shot, and it was overtime. I said, well, this is gonna be harder than I thought. Coaching is hard work, but it is incredibly rewarding. And I think I just love coming to the gym. I will admit, I think I enjoy practice more than the games. And I will say that I hate losing more than I enjoy winning. I'm probably someone that looks at, well, what could we have done better? And no matter how we played, try to think about that. But it's there's no better job. I mean, I've lived just a charmed life, and I'm so fortunate.
Vern?
Yeah, Coach, just following up on your mom. I mean, I know you've got these bridge games in front of you. What did your mom say when you called her and you told her?
Well, I told our team before I told my mom, because I was afraid my mom might tell someone and they would post it. And I wanted to something that was really important to me. My mother doesn't know how to post very well. And what was really important to me was that our team did not hear it by a rumor or whatever, and they would hear it from me. And then last night after we met with the team, I thought I'd better call my mom. And so I did, and she was very excited, and that I'll get to spend more time with her. I didn't tell her that I was going to really start studying the bridge game, though.
Mike over here on the left.
All right, Coach. Not trying to be controversial, but do you feel somewhat bittersweet that you won't get to see Kiki's senior year?
I will see it. I told our whole team that I'm not leaving. I will be here, very present for them. And I just said, just because you retire doesn't mean that you're not going to need to eat lunch. So I'll be in the stands. I'll be cheering, and I'm very excited about the development of our young players. I mean, every player, they're very motivated. They're in the gym, and kind of what Kiki did. I think I will say tonight in our banquet, copy Kiki. I mean, she went from the numbers are incredible, and the confidence that she has shown, and the leadership that she has shown. And I think that, other players also want to come and play with her, and they've expressed that to me. So I will always be Kiki's coach. I mean, Kate might get her for 1 year, but I have had her for 3, and I've loved it.
Ben over here on the left.
Hey, Tara.
Hi, Ben.
Hey, I just want to know how much pride you take in the coaching tree that you've kind of set up. You got Lindy at UNLV, you got Charmin at Cal, you got Kate taking over for you here. Just how much pride do you take in seeing former players kind of carry on your legacy as coaches and being able to impact them in that way?
Well, maybe if I was coaching somewhere else, even, I mean, because some of these people that could have been great coaches are doctors and lawyers and professors, but I'm very proud of all of the coaches that I've worked with, whether it's been assistant coaches or, head coaches. And we do have a really strong Stanford sisterhood. And that is something I take tremendous pride in. And even like in the WNBA, a lot of the players, we've had I think about 30 players go to the WNBA and more even playing overseas. And the fact that again, my phone last night just blew up with former players texting me and calling, and it's that's why you do it. It's to have the relationships that you have, and sometimes they don't understand it as it's happening because as coaches, we are hard on them. We are very demanding, but only to see them be really successful.
Got time for one more?
Hi, Tara. Larry Moody. I'm the former mayor of the city of East Palo Alto. I'm presently with Job Train as a government affairs person who you've supported us for decades. And my question to you is, first of all, I want to say thank you on behalf of the community of East Palo Alto, because as long as I have known you, you have always made it a point to bring the women's basketball brand into our community. I can't think about the numerous clinics that Stanford Women has conducted in our community, and you've given us a platform, right, for our women to talk to the women of Stanford and to really inspire them in so many different ways. Obviously, Markeisha Coleman landed in your locker room, and we're so grateful to that. Talk about the motivation to make sure that your student athletes had an opportunity to see another community in the way that you presented us.
Well, thank you for coming today. And, whether it's, through Job Train, which I've been part of their board and, really admire the work they do. But our team with Jennifer and Sonia and Katie, we used to go over to Annetta Harris Center. And that was back in the day when I was playing. And we would play against the fellas there. And it's, I think that that's what a great part of the type of player that we have at Stanford is that they give back. And I think that that's something that we really try to do. We had actually what's called the Shoot for the Stars program, where kids would come over to campus and, wanting to have, Stanford not be on an island, but be part of the community. And I'm really proud of the kind of the community involvement that our team, our coaches, and our players have done over the years.
And last question right here to Janie in front.
Tara, you just mentioned 10 years ago you seriously considered it. That was John Arriaga you had the conversation with.
Right.
I'm
glad I didn't, though.
That's what I'm following up on. What did you take the summer off?
I did.
Fully? I mean, did you do what did you do that summer?
I did. I listened to John, and I had permission from Bernard to basically take the summer off. And I think some of it it's not just that 1 year, but like in doing the Olympics, your work, I'm coaching a summer team, winter team, summer team, winter team. And it went on for about 10 years. And then it just caught up with me a little bit. And I think I was just, sometimes you go through some tough, rocky roads with teams, and I was just worn out. And John gave me great advice, and he it really helped me a lot. And I had obviously the help of assistant coaches that allowed me to do that. It's almost like a sabbatical that professors would take, and it was awesome. And so then that really kind of gave me a lot of energy. And a lot of coaching is about having a tremendous amount of energy, and you have to bring it every day. And I'm so, again, when I go to the gym, it's I have great coaches and staff that are energizing and upbeat and positive, and our team is that way too. And that's what made it so much fun this year.
Water skied, read books.
I
Did
water skied.
anything but basketball, really?
I did. I water skied. I sailed. I spent time with my family. And it recharged the battery. There's really no right now. There's really no one of the hard things I think in coaching for both men and women. There's no work-life balance, and maybe as reporters you feel the same way. But it's really challenging, and so I really felt like for me, if I can't give our team 100%, then I know someone else can, and they deserve that. But this year I did, and I'm really excited about the year we had.
Last thing on this, did you go into the summer saying, okay, if I take this time off, I will return, or did you leave it open?
No, I didn't leave it open. I was coming back.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you, Tara. Thank you all for
All
being
right,
here.
thank you all very much.